Alright, so there are two elements to music. There is a kind of pitch, highs and lows, that's the sound, and there's an element of time passing, alright? What we have is, in music, we have what we term the beat. Now, the beat is that thing that you might find yourself nodding along to, or you might be tapping your foot, or if you're ever in a concert or something, you're clapping away. Chances are you're clapping away to the beat. The kind of the pulse, like the heartbeat of the music is what we term the beat. And it's very important that you get used to the idea of playing along to a beat, because you need to start working on your timekeeping, your ability to play in time, if ever you come to play with other musicians, or if you ever want to kind of record your music, because in a recording situation you're always working to a beat and you have to play along to a beat, to a click. Okay, so I'm going to ask that you go ahead and get yourself a metronome. I ask my students to do the same, and it's basically a machine or an amp that gives you a click, and you are going to work your strumming of your chords against this click. But a little more about the beat. So we have a beat. If I just tap a beat here, we have to count the beat. Okay, and we don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into infinity. We actually group the beat, and for the most part, with the kind of music I'm guessing you're going to learn, you're going to be grouping the beat in a count of 4. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Now, a grouping of 4 beats, one grouping of 4 beats is what we call a measure. Now, when I studied music back in the UK, I learnt this as a bar. The two names are kind of interchangeable. 4 beats makes a bar or a measure. I tend to favour the use of the word measure because that's the kind of American terminology, and frankly, the American names for rhythms and beats and notes make a lot more sense, so that's what I use here and what I will be showing you. So 4 beats makes a measure, and here is a little introduction to a metronome app that I really do suggest you get your hands on. Okay, so the metronome I recommend you get is called Tempo, and it's by developers called Frozen Ape. If you go in the App Store, you can search Tempo Lite, you'll get a free version. This is on iOS and Android. If I open this up, this is what you see. Going through this so you know exactly what's going on. At the top, we've got 4 red dots. They are the 4 beats in our measure. And down below, we've got a number, it's 50. That means we've got 50 clicks of the beat in 1 minute, or 50 beats per minute, 50 BPM. If I set that to 60 by pressing and holding the plus button, then that means we're going to get a click, which is at the speed of a ticking clock. And the beat is going 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, simply to change the tempo, you'd use the plus and minus next to the number. So most tunes we're going to see are going to be kind of 100 plus, maybe in the region of 120 BPM. I set that there and set it off, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So hopefully now you have your metronome, and what is a great idea to do is to get a bit more familiar with the song that you want to learn. I'm presuming if you start a song tutorial that you know a song pretty well and you're keen to learn it, but what can really be helpful is to establish the speed or tempo of the song that you want to learn. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you might get a song sheet, or the instructor might give you an indication of the BPM of a song. But if not, it's on you to try and work out what that is. Now I've got a piece of music that I'm going to play, and I'm going to try and demonstrate how we can go ahead and try and work out the speed. So ready? If I start trying to clap along to this, there we go. So the count's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. But what is that in BPMs? Well, if you get yourself your metronome, what you can do with tempo is to actually tap. This is a common feature for a metronome. You can kind of tap on the screen, on the number section, and then establish what the speed of the piece is. So this song is at 74 BPM. So why bother doing that? Why is that useful? Well, because when we come to working with the progression, we want to have a target speed. We want to know the speed at which we have to be able to do that given strum. And if we can't do that, then we can take it down a few BPM and then work back up to that. So it's a really useful practice tool to know the speed to work to it. Okay, so we've learned the chords, we know the speed of the piece, now we need to think about chord changing.